So foraging concepts are the same in birds as it is in dogs. You want to start out easy first, and then as your animal begins to learn the concepts of foraging, you can increase the difficulty of that item or increase the difficulty of the task in order to enrich their lives a little bit more. So for example, we have several different toys out right here. One of which is easy, and you can make this more difficult, is a Kong. For dogs, you know, this is what they sell, and you can pack food into this hole, and you can make it either easy or difficult based on how you fill this item. So for easy filling, you want to put something in here that is lightly packed. You don't want to pack it too tight. You just want to make it so that it easily falls out if the animal tips it over. This is what you would do for a beginner. For a more advanced type of toy, you would put something in there like peanut butter, and you could freeze it at the end of there and then pack some hard food into it so that when you give it to your dog, now everything is packed much tighter. They have to lick at it, they have to paw at it, they have to drop it on the floor, they have to work at it a little bit harder to try and get the food out of the center. A toy like this works much the same as a Kong, but there's a smaller opening, a smaller hole. So the kibble in this food has to come out of a smaller hole, and he has to roll this ball around. It has some enriching things on the outside where it bumps, so it doesn't just roll in one smooth pattern. It may bump to the side or go a different way. A toy like this is even much more advanced, where you have to fill the center of a tube with some kibble, and there's a hole in that tube, and it opens up to a ball that also has a very small hole. I don't know if you can see that there, but it has a small hole there. So not only does he have to roll this to get the food to come out of the center tube, but he also has to roll the ball in order to get the food to come out of here. And that's a slightly more advanced toy. So you can see that this one requires more steps to get the food out, whereas something like this requires, it's a little bit more difficult, but a step up from the Kong, where, you know, this is just going to fall out whenever he tips it over. And this, you have to roll it a little more, and food comes out a little less easy. So this is Briscoe, and he's going to demonstrate how he uses these toys and what he does with each of these. So this is the Kong. This is the easiest one, because all he needs to do is kind of tip it over, and the food just falls out easily. You want to show him how it works? All right. So what he's doing here is he can lick inside the hole and get it out pretty easily. Oh. So you can see he hits that toy, and it rolls around, and food falls out. So it makes it easy, but it takes him a little longer to eat his food. It makes him feel fuller faster, or feel fuller longer. See, it just spills out. So all he did was he had to touch it, and now the food is there. The second toy, it's a little harder because the opening is a little bit smaller than the Kong. So he has to work at this one a little harder. Are you ready? Okay, let's get it. This one he has to push, and he has to use a little bit more force with that to try and get food to come out. And all of this uses activity, it uses energy. So he's getting energy and getting calories by eating, but he's burning up some of that energy, and he's using his brain as it's mental stimulation for him. So it's giving him a job to do, giving him something to do while getting access. So this is the third more difficult toy. He's graduated to this. We still have some more advanced toys beyond that, but he's not there yet. So we're going to show you how this toy works. Ready? So you can see a couple times he has to push it, and food still doesn't come out. So he has to push it a little bit further in order to get the food to come out. case you're wondering, this is how both of my dogs eat. I no longer feed them out of a bowl anymore. Both dogs eat out of advanced toys where they have to work to get their food. They have to use some kind of toy manipulation. It takes me a little bit of extra time in the morning, but takes them longer and gives them more stuff to do while I go to work, or it gives them more stuff to do so that I can do the dishes while I'm not having to worry about the puppy getting into something. Foraging is something that's near and dear to my heart because it's enrichment and it's something that you can do easily for your pet at home. It's not something where you have to come visit the doctor in order to enhance the overall well-being of your pet. So it's something that's easily applied and it's something that you can do. You just have to spend a little bit of time and it makes your life a lot easier and enhances the well-being of your pet.